Hello. Hi. Hi, Deepti.
Hi, Wendy. Yeah, let me read it.
But I realize I now I know. So your kid's name is Atul, right? So his his meeting is also at 2:30, right?
What, Wendy? My laptop has some microphone and it's scattered actually. And
2:30, right? So
huh?
he must be he. So I'm saying that he has some other meeting, right? Your kid 2:30 Python class, right, today?
Today no class, right?
Oh, you okay? Sorry, I got confused. So your kid is attending. So he is attending Java. Okay, there is another one which is Python.
Middle summer camp.
Yeah, I got it. So yeah, the one which I was talking about is something elementary one, and that is something someone else I was asking. So I got confused with two.
Okay.
So you were asking about Java, and the one which I was talking about is something Python. So Python is also going on right now for 8 to 12 years old.
Okay.
How old is your kid?
He is 11.
11. Okay. Okay.
Python started sometime back, right?
So that was for middle school, but this one is for 8 to 11, kind of pre, kind of elementary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Python is a bit simple version. Maybe the beginner kids can really understand and start over with.
Right. Java is more difficult, right?
Java is little tricky. Even to understand the basic itself, it will take some time for them.
You know what? I created one. I took Java classes in some of the meetup, and there is a YouTube link also. Java for Java. So that is
Uh,
something I went into the basics thing, and yeah, it was my like I like the time when I was doing masters. Java was my favorite one, but now I really don't like. I mean, I don't do the programming in Java, so don't have the interest. But yeah, concepts wise, it is very clear to me.
yeah, because as I know, I can help him. So, but we need to spend time,
Yeah,
quality
that's the thing. That's the problem.
time.
Okay, yeah. So I hope he's okay right now. He's able to get
He's still not that clear. It's like class concepts and all. It's not very clear.
okay. So I think yeah, maybe we can check with the. I don't know. I have not checked the recorded videos though, so I
Yeah,
can check.
because I don't know. I for me, I felt like even I feel like then how the kids will be
Right.
feeling or digesting. That's what I felt.
No, no,
Maybe
that's good.
if it could help for future classes or other kids who's really interested in programming,
Right. No,
if
no,
it makes
definitely.
more fun, they'll be attracted, right?
Yes. No, definitely. I will also look into it. I checked with middle school. I posted that message to our, but later I realized that message was the old message which I was like looking it today, and so everybody said that it is already we know that issue, and Deepti also knows. So I said like it's my mistake. I'm posting it today. It was like she gave us like on Wednesday, so it was delay from my side as well. But yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's important to update teacher, and they can also, and he can also give some extra time to him also. That is also possible.
I thought it is fine because what I felt like the number of students came down, so probably kids not
Mm,
able to understand or maybe nobody notified or something to change the way their class is going on, right? So,
right.
but
What happened to our class? Nobody is joining.
today also
Two people messaged.
attendance.
Satya said that no, and Venkatesh also privately messaged. Let me ask her. Deepti and me are on call. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Shrinu is also here. Perfect.
Yeah,
Hi, Shinu. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thank you. So I think because people are joining late, looks like. So let's start here. So as Deepti and you are here, so I posted. I don't know if Shinu is not. She must not be able to see the message, right? Because he joined just now. I just posted the link, one link on the chat,
Oh, okay.
and it's kind of a same kind of a question, different question. One second.
Yeah, I saw your
You can see.
Google Doc. Yes.
So basically, the idea is just like in the last time what we did, merge ranges. I think merge ranges you all were able to understand, right?
Mm.
I think Shrinu joined. You left the meeting early last time.
Yeah, little early. Yes, yes. Yeah.
So we just went through that why we were not. So what is the okay? What Okay, one second. Let me paste that link again of the complete solution so that you can check that as well. So this was the last week. Okay. So last week on also I posted. So basically I have that answer there. So the one which is merge ranges. So okay, so merge ranges answer is there. I have posted that.
Okay.
I also mentioned that talk about when you do programming, like even in interviews, it's always good to talk about testing, unit test. So unit test basically always it's good to mention that how will you test that, and it will cover the corner cases. So this is one thing which we highlighted last time, and also talk about this different ways like brute forcing what we have started. So initially, are you guys on that merge ranges document, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talk about that. Definitely people will not directly ask that merge ranges, but because they will ask in a different ways, but you need to highlight like question was the calendar and all, right? Team has a multiple calendars, and then how you will identify that what are the available slots. Then we reduce the problem to merge ranges. So that's how it will be, just like a reverse words problem. Also today we will see the question will be not the reverse words, but we need to reach to that point that it is just a reverse words problem. So this is one thing, and related to the interview. Another thing is like we talk about the way we were not, initially was not thinking that we will do the sorting, but later we realized we should do sorting and we should use the but we know that sorting, if we need to say this when we are going to do sorting, that it will definitely going to take n log n. So whenever you are going to use any sorting algorithm, then you need to mention that big O will be increase and big O will be unlog n. So why still you did sorting? Because this will reduce the operations. Otherwise, if you see about input, uh, one second. Actually, better to screen share. Otherwise, we are one second. Screen share. You guys able to see, right? Screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's what I'm saying, that when we are talking about sorting, then definitely we always need to think that sorting is one way, but that is something, another thing which you need to mention at the time when you are using it, that definitely big O will increase than log n. But n log n is as lesser than the n square, n to the power n square or whatever basically, right? So sorry, so basically let's say this is the input, and then if you are doing the sorting, then it will reduce to some numbers only. Basically so right now, if we will not sort, then what will happen, we have to compare this element to all the elements, and then again this element to all the elements. So this is how it will be. So it will be like n square. We have two loops, like n is one loop, like going from 0 to 1, and then another loop from here to there. Every time we have to go from this to this to compare this item to all other items. So that is the reason we are doing sorting, because that will reduce the number of loops. But because what we will do in one loop only, we will compare from this to this, and then again this to this. So this is how we will do. So that's because we know that the comparison will be just from with the adjacent element. That's the reason. And but we know that so adding sorting, it will be n log n, but now the loop will be just one n loop, for loop, one loop, right? So if you think we go of this for loop, what will be the we go of this for loop? It is n, right? So n and n log n, the total. What is the total we go? So what will be the total we go here? Are you guys talking? Or I'm not able to hear anything.
N plus n log n.
N plus n log n, right? So total big O of this program is n plus log n. But what will be the n plus log n? This is something which we initially
N log n.
n log n, right? Because we will just remove this lowest element and we will take the highest one. So this is something which we need to consider. That's why we said that. Otherwise, if we will not do sorting, it will be n square. Okay. So that's the reason we preferred sorting, and that's what we did. And then what we did later, we just compare from this first and last element and this compare like this to this, and then we merged it. So that's what we are doing here. So what you guys do, you make sure that do that, run it, and whatever you have, if you have implemented anything, you can try it out. But the testing will be common, so make sure your program is passing all these tests. Okay, now move to the second one, which is today's program. And I'm taking all those questions which we can do because we have covered arrays and strings. I think last week we did on reverse string in place algorithm, right? We talk about in place algorithm, why it is. Okay, one more thing here, merge ranges. What is, so you talk about it. So here is a n log n. We said big O is n log n. So big O is n log n means what kind of big O it is? Is it so there are two type of big O, right? Time complexity and space. And space. So n log n is what complexity? Is it time or space?
I think it's time, right?
Time. Okay. So n log n is time. Okay. And the other one is space. What is the space complexity of this program?
I think it's constant, like one. I don't know, order of one. Are we allocating any memory here? I don't see any temporary variables. Or something.
We are doing.
Okay. Maybe order of n then.
Yes. So it's an order of n. Is it clear? I think someone else also joined. Or okay. So Sashi also joined. Hi, Sashi.
Hi. Yeah.
I don't know when you joined.
Yeah, I just found a minute back. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Sashi, we were discussing about the merge ranges because the last time it was something happened and we were not able to finish it. Like a lot of people were not there, I guess, at the end of the meeting. So we were just going through the previous one and finishing it up. So
Okay.
time complexity, we talk about time complexity, and Shinu said it's n log n because that's what n log n is always. So whenever time thing means loop and all those, consider those number of, if you increase the number of input, then what will be the time? So this is why we say that n log n is the time. Why we said n log n? Because n log n, because sorting algorithm is one of most of the time whenever you are using Python, basically any language inbuilt sorted algorithm, most of the time this will be n log n. And if you are using your own, then it can be depending on what algorithm you are putting in. So if you are using inbuilt, definitely it will be, you can consider the n log n. And if you see there is only one loop, that is why it's n. So we said that n log n is the complexity of this one. And there is another thing people will ask about space complexity. It's n. So then we don't need to wait for people, for the interviewer to ask about it. You always when you are programming, at the time of you are putting this, you can yourself say that it will increase the algorithm, but we will see. So yeah, okay. So I think this is all clear what we talked today. We just finished it up, and now we are taking the second problem. So it's don't forget about the reverse words. What are we? It's something which we, reach it to that that this problem is reverse words problem. But let's read this problem. So problem is you are working on a secret team solving coded transmissions. Okay. So your team is scrambling to decipher a recent message, worried it's a plot to break into a major European next cake vault. The message has been mostly deciphered, but all the words are backward. Your colleagues have handed off the last step to you. Okay. So so basically understand the problem, and then we need to reach it to that, okay, what exactly the question is. So yeah. Okay, so whatever the problem is, we need to reduce the problem to our real what exactly we need to do. So as we are seeing that to get the right message, all the words are backward, so we need to reverse the words to get the right message. Okay, this is something like uh, coming to the point. Basically, now our problem is reverse words. Okay, so let's take the reverse words that takes a message as a list of characters and reverse the order of the words in place. So we know, right, in place, what is this in place means? Anybody want to say what is in place algorithm?
I mean, without allocating any extra memory, so you just need to.
Yes, okay, right. So as Shrinu mentioned, and last time also we talked about the string reverse string problem, if you remember. In the string reverse also we were, so is it, do you think, Shrinu, if you will take one variable, will it be extra memory?
No, we should maybe, yeah, one memory, probably one place, or I don't know.
No, so
One.
yeah, so basically, yeah, that's another thing. So in place algorithm does not mean it's okay to take a variable. Variable is fine, but you
Yeah.
cannot take the same, and like whatever the input is, you cannot initialize the exact same input, because
Exactly.
because what will happen if you are taking the variable, it means you are talking about the constant variable, one variable, even though your number of elements will increase in your program, but
Yeah.
it's not relative, right?
So you can take one memory, right? Something
Yeah,
like that.
one memory, two memory, you can take 100 also.
Oh, yeah, got it. So it should not increase with the size of the number of elements. Yeah.
Yes, that's the point. So taking variable is fine. Why? Because it is not increasing. Even you can have your array which is fixed number. That is also fine. Whatever is fixed, it is constant. So that is fine. But if it is like increasing with the input, then it's a problem. So basically in place is this, and but there is a problem with in place that that it is something you are changing, you are playing with the existing array, right? So it is like you are kind of why we should not, when we should not use in place algorithm.
Yeah, as I think in the document mentioned, like this mutability, right? Like in some data structures, you cannot modify in place. Like you cannot, once it is allocated, it's like forever. So you cannot change the things. I think that will be a problem in case of in place changing, right?
No, so yeah, this is something which is something which we cannot do. But what I'm saying, like, if we when you should not use in place algorithm, because it is something damaging also. Like if you are using one, let's say if you in your one program you are using one array, and this is not the only program where you are using array, because that may be the same variable you are using for different functions or different files and anywhere.
Yeah, like this multi-threaded programs, for example. Everyone wants to, modify the same thing, then it's a problem.
And it's a problem because you are damaging the correct
Yeah.
input array completely.
Yeah.
So in these scenarios, we should not use it. if there is something which you are working on function, your own function, and it is that variable you are defining it just there, because sometimes people write really long function, and also if you are in between, you came and you put the patch and then you change the function array itself, then the whole thing will be a problem, right? So we need to be very careful of on using in place algorithm. But definitely it will not, it will at the time when we really want to have the space, reduce the space complexity, then definitely it's good idea to use in place. So okay, so now we talk about it. Let's say message. Okay, this is the message. Okay, so now our problem reduced to this one, and now we need to reverse it. So I think everybody has, okay, maybe some joins just now. So what I will do, I will just I'm sharing on the chat everyone, and work on this problem, and we will talk in 10 minutes. So I think so Ela and Shashi, I just pasted a question.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for joining, Ela. You just I think you also joined a little late. So let's work on it, and then we will sync. So don't forget for asking questions if you have. That is something good to ask before writing any code.
Is that input correct? Like it says cake, pound, steel, and oh, only the words should be reversed, is it? Not the whole string, I mean characters.
Yes, correct.
Okay, only I mean like word reversal, like in a sentence, just flip the words.
Yes, so it's not the reverse string, because you remember we worked on the string reverse. So it was exactly same. We got the character array like
Yeah.
that, and we were reversing the string. But now it's not the reversing string, it's a reverse word. This is very good question that I mean, because this is something normally people do mistake, and they started programming without thinking that it's a word reverse or it's a string reverse.
Okay.
Perfect. Any other question? Okay.
So you can have these special characters like new lines or anything in between too,
Yes.
right?
Yes. So
So you need to.
yeah, let's think there is no other characters. Just think like it's a regular, just camel. I mean, any character only. Okay.
And when you're printing the output, you print as 3 different words basically, but in a correct order.
Right. When you are printing it, one second. When you're printing it, it will be like
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I see
string.
the.
String.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can say that, okay, let's say you have a message array. What you have a message array, and then mm, you are joining it, whatever we first
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
find it, string or array, anything is okay.
So this shows the input is characters list, right?
Input is characters list. So input is character list, but if you see there is a space after every string, let's say cake, so you need
Yes.
to have the join basically, yes, you need to identify that space. Based on that space, your next word will start. So all great questions. So these are the questions which we should ask actually, that how we will differentiate between the letters and space, and that's great. Okay, by the way, what is the space algorithm for in place algorithm? Space, basically, space BIGO.
Question again? What's the question again?
BIGO of in place algorithm. Space BIGO of in place algorithms.
I think it's order of one.
Order of one, right? Yeah. So how are you guys trying this? Anyone wanted to share?
I think that should, I don't know, like you just have to split that sentence with space. So that gives kind of words list, right? And then take that list and use reverse algorithm, and then it just reverses those words. I, I might be wrong. Am
No,
I?
so problem is right. The problem there, right? What algorithm you will use? So basically, we have this array which is having all the string. We don't want to reverse the whole string because because the words, right? We want to reverse the words, not the strings, not the characters.
Yeah, that's true. For that, I mean, like there is an inbuilt algorithm. It's called reversed. So what it does is takes the array and then flips the elements.
Okay, so you are saying that make them the words array, basically words
Exactly, using split
instead of
function.
character. So, but the problem is you are in. It's not in place anymore then.
Oh yeah, that's true. I agree.
Yeah, so that is why there is this is in place.
Okay, okay.
Okay, but yeah, but that solution will work. I think this is great. That this is another thing that the working solution is always good, even though it is something. It's okay that it's not in place, but it's good to have one solution. Okay,
Okay,
so
let me check. Yeah.
yeah, let's try the other approach. And anything else, Sashi, Ila, Deepti? How are you guys thinking? Can you think loud?
I think I was thinking in the same way as Srini said,
Okay,
adding it to the words and reverse the words.
right. Okay, okay, that's good. So, but let's see. Because we, how about trying with the reverse, the way we do reverse characters, right? So we know, right, reverse characters. So let's have that because we made that reverse string function. You guys have that function yet? Which last time I think we did. So because we let me give you the reverse characters function. So and then think more on top of it. So yeah. So this is the reverse characters function, which will not solve our purpose, but to something to start with. I pasted in the document as well. See if we can do something on top of it. Ila and Deepti, how are you guys planning it?
Still thinking on how to do it in place.
Yeah, in place is challenging. Okay, Deepti?
Yeah, the same. I was searching for what is the other
Other way of,
options here.
okay. Let's take some more time and then we'll talk. So any idea?
Can we do it like go through each characters in the list until we see a space bar?
Okay.
When we get the space bar, I mean, like put it into an array, all these characters. So the space will determine, will increment the array and take the next list of characters into the second element of the array. So if we put each word into this array, print the array in the reverse order. Is this gonna kind of?
Yeah, so problem is like we have to first initial string, like initial characters until the space hit, so that will be the first string, right? And we need to replace with the last one. So last one will go to the last, same thing with the last one, because we have to replace, move from. Okay, let me see the example what I give. So our example is cake, pound, steel. So steel need to go first, and then cake will go last, and pound will be there only, right? Steel, pound, cake. So in this case, if you see, cake is just 4 characters length. That's a tricky thing. That cake is 4 characters and steel is 5 character length. So there will be a push to all the elements. Like even pound will be having need to move to further, right? And because if we are going to replace this, so in your solution, Deepti, what you are trying to do? I'm in the example right now. Can you?
Yeah. So it will be an array of strings. I don't know how. I need to find out how we need to do it in the Python. So
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So
yeah, if it is an array of strings, read through the each characters in that list and put it into this array of 0, all the characters.
Okay.
Till we find the space.
Okay.
And then once we find the space, increment the array and read through the remaining characters. Okay. So we'll get an array of the strings, which is separated and the word wise.
Right. And after then, so now the problem is again you are taking one array.
Yeah, that's what it's taking the space and
taking the space. So it will be another approach of the not in place thing. So I think okay. So yeah, that will be a workable solution, but that will not solve our purpose in this case. So how about the problem what we did before, like reverse string? Let's go to this one, def reverse characters. So in this reverse characters, so let's say if you did the reverse characters, okay, so what will be the output of this? It will be.
Vinti, are you sharing your screen?
Oh no, I was not sharing. I was just going through the example. I shared the document, but I am sharing it now.
Yeah, I could see.
You can see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, I think this is better. So let's say this is the example message, right? Message cake, pound, steel, right? You can see, right?
Yes.
So now if we solve this in different way, basically let's use this function the way we did before, reverse characters. Okay, so what will be the output of this one? It will be like LAE. So basically it will be completely reversing the string LAE. So what will be the output? I think output using this method. So it will be, this will go here. I think I will take the smaller one. I don't want to do so much. So let's say we have apple, comma, okay, not apple, CAB, CA, T, cat, and comma, space, comma, dog, D, O, G. Okay, so if we will use this one, so it will be G, comma, O, right? G, comma, O, comma, D, right? So this will be our output if we use our regular reverse string. T, A, comma, C, right? This is the output. Now if we will do one, so this will be the output. Now if we will reverse a string, this one, like after having this space, if we just reverse again, apply reverse string in this one, in all the elements, removing space. So this is just a hint that if you apply this reverse string, same function again on this one, so it will become the output like dog, cat. So now we need to think, how will you apply this? Basically, how you will apply on this one. Basically, same function you need to apply. Now it will be like dog, cat. So yeah, are you getting it, what I'm trying to say? So this is the function, right? Reverse characters. So reverse characters, one time when you will apply, then what on this array. So when you apply on okay, this is the input. So you apply this to this one, and then again you will apply. So now you need to this, if you will apply on this character, then it will become like this. And now you need to apply reverse character again, reverse characters again to each of this elements which is not in the space, like just space element. So basically you will apply on this one, and then you will apply on this one. So just think more on it. I don't want to say more on this. Let's try 5 more minutes, and what will be the, like, reaching to from this to this. Now we have to, because we are here after applying this. So how to reach from here to here? Let's give some more time. So yeah, so our problem reduced, as I messaged her, our problem is reduced now from reverse the characters in each individual word, basically, right? So now our problem is reduced to the second one. So basically it's something which we need to reverse the word, Now we need to now work on that one. So any progress? Anyone want to share? Sashi, Shinu, everyone?
I think from what you said, I understand that first we reverse the entire
Right.
string and then go over it again. We know that when there is a space, it is a word. And then only for that you apply the reverse.
Yeah.
But programmatically, I'm still trying to.
No, so yeah, no, that's fine. That's good that you understand, right, what I'm saying, right? So it's like I'm giving one more hint here. Let's say the program. Let's go back to our program. What I gave, right, reverse words. So if you see in this correct, did I? Okay, yeah, just the reverse characters one. Okay, so you know, right? This has come something. What it is doing? It is doing the replacement, reversing it. So definitely we are going to use this function, and we know that we are going to use this function 2 times. Everybody agree, right?
Yes.
Everyone agree, right? One time to complete reverse it, and second time to reverse the words. So basically in the first time it is very easy, just reverse it. Second time it is little bit tricky, that we have to check the space whenever space hit. So basically what you need to know, that you need to know ending first starting and ending point of the word, right? If you see input, okay, again I am not sharing the screen, let me do that. So that, okay. Let me know when you can see.
Yes, Bunti. Can see.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm saying, that this is our string, right? This is our input. And first time when we applied reverse characters. So this is kind of a helper function what we wrote. Okay. So and we are saying that input is message. Let's say this is a message. And actually in this scenario, we have just one thing. So and we know that starting, because in this scenario reverse characters scenarios where we really does not matter space or anything, we really don't care. But in the case of strings and all, like, because we will be having a big message here, and in that case if we are talking about words reverse, in that case we need to give the right thing, like starting and ending point of a word, starting and ending point of the word. So basically let's change our character message reverse character function to give some more idea that we are giving the message, because messages will be the big message, and where we are giving that which one you need to reverse. Are you, I mean, I will tell you what I'm trying to say, but let's give me left. What will is start, starting point, maybe index, maybe index, and ending index. So this will give you the exact, because message, because we are doing in place algorithm, so definitely this string input message or message, whatever message. So this message is going to change. Whatever we are doing, it will be affect. So reverse characters, when we are applying this, then we are giving starting and ending index. So first time when we are calling, so basically this function what we wrote, we will make it like starting and ending index. Starting index, comma, ending index, to make it more useful for our purpose. Initial first time when we are calling this function, it does not matter, we will start from 0. So what will be the first call? The first call will be when we are reversing complete string. So what I am doing is I am like writing the pseudo code, complete, reversing the complete string, or yeah, complete array or complete message. Okay, so what the way we will call this, and in the starting index, what we can do, we can say just 0. And ending index, we can say length, maybe length -1, right? This is how we because just to give that idea, 0 to 1. In this scenario, we really don't, it does not matter. But if you see, when we will work on the second, when we are calling second time, because second time it will be little different. So when we did first time, the output will be this. This is the output, right? And so now this is the output, and now we have to call this function again. So how we are going to call it? So there will be a loop which will see if there is a space. Loop, because what we need to do, we need to put the this is something going in the loop. These three things will going into the loop. So starting will start from 0, and ending will be before the space. So we need to do the loop and get the word by checking space. So what exactly is space? Okay, so get the word means get the starting index and ending index of a word. So if you see, starting index will be, let's say it will start from G is the first index, so it will start from 0. We will start our this loop with 0, and once the spaces come, so we will take this one as a last. So 0, 1, 2. So what we will call first time, we will call our reverse characters. We will call our reverse character function, and we will pass it here 0, and we will pass it 2. So what it will do, it will, because we are putting message, right? So it will do in place, and this will this string, which is as of now it is like this, it will change to this. So this will become like D O G. Now we will take the second. Now we will call this function again because we are in the loop. So what will be the second one? It will be message is same message string, and T will be the starting point. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4 will be the starting point, and ending point will be 5, 6. 6 will be the ending point. So now when you call this, it will change it, and it will change it, and it will become like C A T. Is it clear? Is it making sense, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so this is something which we can do in the basically writing the code, and then simply we can implement it. Any questions? I think Sashi is in something else. I mean, she's here, but she cannot unmute right now. Shrinu and Ila, Deepti.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Understand, right? So I think this is something interesting in place algorithms, which we also, our main thing is to know it's that this function. So definitely, I mean, this is the function we are going to use. So we need to be handy, and I think it's good to practice it writing. I think we did it before, but in Python it is very simple. That the way we are doing is just like one liner, that just replace left index to the left and right together, right and left of the message, like if less than or greater than. So I think it's good to do this, write it, and that's it, and then we have to write this. Okay, so I think up now the time of Bigo, but definitely we need to implement it. But let's think about Bigo right now. What will be the Bigo? Okay, so space. Who will say space? And space everybody knows. What is the space Bigo?
Space is order of 1.
Order of 1. Very good. So because it is in place. And
I mean, probably
how many loops we have?
10.
We just have one loop, right? And this one is not having any loop. So basically it is not having any loop because it's a order of one only. We have this loop actually left index, but it is O1.
Yeah.
ON actually. So that is okay. Here also ON. So it's ON. So perfect. So we have this is very good solution.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anyone think that time is okay, right? Everybody agree with this Bigo, right?
Yes, Vilti.
Okay, perfect. So we have more time. Let's work on one more problem. Do you guys think we can start one problem?
Yes.
Okay, let me give you another one. Thank you. So this is another problem which I just shared. So this one is on merge list, but let's read the problem.
Are you sharing, Minty?
No, sir. So I pasted it there. Did you get the chat message?
Mm.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. I gave it to only to Sashi because I was talking. Now I share to everyone. So in order to win the prize for most cookies sold, my friend Alice and I are going to merge our Girl Scout cookies orders and enter as one unit. Okay. So each order is represented by an order ID, an integer. We have our list of orders sorted numerically already in list. So yeah, so write a function to merge our list in order to get it, you know, sorry, merge our list of orders into one sorted list. So basically, this is something will not be there. Like a question will be only the bold one which I gave. This is something you need to ask the question that, okay, if the list is already sorted or we need to sort it. So these kind of questions will be there. So anything else coming in your mind as a questions?
So basically here we need to sort each list initially.
So we need to sort each list. But it's already sorted actually.
Mm.
So both the lists are already sorted and we just need to merge it.
So the question would be, should the result also be sorted?
Yeah. Yeah. We need to get the sorted list. Yes, that will be the question. Correct. What else can be the question here?
If this is order over a period of time, can there be a zero order?
Can you repeat? Can you please repeat?
Can we have zero as a value in any of the orders?
Zero, right? Yes, it can be.
If both of them have same orders?
Unique. Yeah. So that will be come into that list as a sorted. Like if you have 6 and other one is also having 6. So what will be the? So basically it will be 3. So basically you in the list you will be having sorted list. No, sorry, unique set of list.
The result has to be unique.
Yeah. Or you can start with the just having it in the list and later we will think we want to make it unique or not. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good question. So first we need to think in a, okay, we need to ask questions, which we did. The second thing which we need to do the brute force, very simple and maybe foolish method. Maybe it's very bad in terms of Bigo, but we should say that. What can be the simplest way?
And we can look to the two for loops for each of the list.
Mm-hmm.
Find the minimum, less value, and based on that, insert to the new list.
Okay. So putting the loop on both the lists. Basically, we need to merge it, right? So merging, because you are trying to make it sorted as well, right? That's what you are trying to do, right?
Yeah.
One by one, and then see the minimum one, and then merge it, put it into another list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We need two loops probably because we don't know the number of orders might be different for each
Right.
person.
So which one will be, and later whatever will be left, you will just append it. Biggest array, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So this is the working solution. So definitely it will work. And so okay, so in this scenario, you will be having two for loop, and no, one for loop, which will go from one array to, and also check the second array. And maybe you can, which one you will consider for the loop, like biggest array or the, which one you will consider?
I think the smallest array, so biggest array we can append it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So that will work. So what will be the big O for this one?
Or often
Order of n.
one additionally, yeah, probably some constants.
So okay, Sashi, you are talking, or who is talking? I'm like Deepti, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Deepti, try it out. Try the with that. Just writing down, and I think try with some array. Take the example. Take the big and small example, and try it out, and see if it will work. Appending thing, right? Big O of n is very less, right? So which is like too good. So let's see if that will work. Takes couple of examples. Array. Okay, so anyone else? Yeah, Deepti. So basically, try the challenge. Try there may be some challenge in the appending side. So we need to find it ahead of time before implementing. Okay, Sashi, you have something?
Actually, I just came back. I went left for a while.
Oh, okay, we missed you.
Yeah, I'll check the recording.
Okay, yeah. So we took the another problem. We worked on.
Okay.
So last one you were not able to see, right? The reverse word, right?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. Yes.
Okay, no problem. So the other one, which is merge list. Let me share you the link. Okay, I shared the link. So I was asking the brute force solution.
Oh, okay. For merge list.
Yeah.
Okay. So both the lists that are given are sorted list, right?
Yes. Both the lists are sorted list. So Deepti gave some solution that as a brute force solution to start with. So basically, she suggested that we can have two arrays, and I mean we have two arrays. We can just go through the loop and take the minimum length array as a loop, like do loop from that and compare first element of both the arrays, and then whichever is minimum, take that up and add it into the new array, and that's what.
Okay.
And at the end, the length, the largest array, whatever is left, just append it. But that solution will not work. But it seems like it will work. So that's what I asked Deepti, that try with some examples.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks work, but it like when you see the different examples, then it will, because the Bigo will be n. That would be the perfect solution if it will work.
Right.
So, and so anything you guys want to share? So, Deepti, did you try that writing down the problem, different examples?
Just trying, but not completed. Still trying to find out.
Yeah, so as of now, also the only thing what I was worried about the edge cases in your case, right?
Yeah.
And also in the time and at the time, like let's say if you give one array, A and B, two arrays. So array A. So when you are putting your first element to the merge list, basically in merge array. So what will be the, let's say you took from A, which will be the minimum one. Then what will be what will be the next step?
First element, we'll take it from both array, and we will compare which is the
minimum one,
the smallest one. Yeah, and if that is the case, put that one first.
Okay.
And the next, the same element in the other array, keep it as a second element. That's what I'm thinking.
No. Yeah, so here is the problem, right? So first thing is okay. So when you compare the first element and you took the minimum one, but so let's say in array, so in array A, you are having 0, and array B, you having first element as 1. Then what you took 0, right? You use 0 and you put it into the merge array, your merge array. So there is a 0, but in that time you should not take the 1 there, right? Because the let's say, okay, I think I should write down. Let me share it. Let me try with the example so that everybody, because your approach is kind of very good. The only thing is like we need to, there is some
Yeah.
problem.
There can be, when we write down, we'll see some.
Yeah. So let's say this one, right? My list and the Alice list. So in this case, the first thing what you are saying, to take compare with 3 to 1, and in your merge list will become like starting first element. So you did comparison between 3 and 1, and then your array will become, merge list will become like 1. But what you were saying, 1 and 3, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, right? Yeah. So I will say don't take 1 here. Just take 1. Because if you will say, let's say if you will take 1 here, 1 and 3 here, then okay, next let's take it. Now what you will do? So you will not consider these two, you will consider these two. 4, 5. So now your okay, comparison between 4 and 5. So now what will be the output? Sorry, what will be the output? Output will be 1, 3, 4, 5, right? This is correct, right? This example looks like there is nothing stopping, but it will stop. Let's say again. Let's take the another one. Now you are reaching to this one, 6 and 8. As of now, it's all going good. 6 and 8. Now our array will become 4, 5, 6, 8, right? Now again comparison will be between 10 and 12. 10 and 12. And now our array will become again this 10, 12. Comparison between not 10 and 12. Now comparison between 11 and 14. Now the problem will come. Now your array will become 11 and 14, right? So So this is the problem. Right? 12 and 11. So to solve this problem, what we can do, instead of just adding it one by one, so let's instead of that, what we can do, 3, 4, 6, 11, 5, right? So what we can do, just take, okay, this is one approach where we are seeing this problem. So what we can do, just 3 and 1, if you compare 3 and 1, so then, okay, so second approach. So what you, oh, let's remove it. So what will be the happen comparison between 3 and 4, and your output will be you so just take the minimum one, not take the maximum one, just take the minimum one, so you will have 1 here, and now your array will change. So you will, so basically if you already consider this one, so now your array will become like this. So this is the next array you need to compare. So now you will compare with this 3 and 5. So now you will consider 3. So you, now this element is gone. So your new one is this one. So now 1 and 3. So basically your, so this is how it will be. So compare between 1 and 3, whichever is the minimum one, you will take that element. So 1 and 3, sorry, 1 and 3, right? So when you compare 3 and 1, so you will take the minimum one and you just put it 1 here. And now your array will become like this. New list will basically array will be same, but your you will take the you will consider from here. So you will consider for this one, you will consider from 3, and for the this one you will consider from 5. That's how you will consider. So it will be like this.
So this 2 loops, or
Just one loop, but the way you are adding elements will be changed. So now you are not adding 3 here, you will go again to the second one. So the list will be like this. Now you will compare between 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So now your element will be 1. You will just consider the minimum one. So now you will be 1 and 3. So your list will be different now. Your list will be not having any 3. So you just having, because 3 is already there, so you will be having this. Now your new list will be like this. Now comparison between 4 and because 1 and 3 already compare, 4 and 5. 4 and 5. And your 4 and 5, and then you will be having here you will be having 4, and my list will be not having 4 here. 4 is done. 5 will be here. So this is how it will be. And now you need to, this is how you're changing it. Are you getting it? So in this case, you will not see the problem here, 10 and 11 thing.
so this is just like how we did in that meeting, merging of that.
Yes, merging order, and you will get the sorted array. But yeah, but there is still there will be some kind of a complication where you will have the number of length thing. But I think this is also doable in this scenario. But here it will be a problem. So let's try it out. We are running out of time. So, but what we can do, we can finish it up. So, what all problems we did, try with the whatever IDE you use. Try with the Python code and run it, and use these tests as well. See the test, get handy with the test. Like even if you want to write one test, you try to write down it. So this is the homework. Let's finish let's revise all the concepts, whatever we have done so far. Okay. So we can end the class for today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So any questions? Any questions? I think we are good, right?
Yes, Vidhi. We'll go through all the previous questions.
Yeah, previous one, right? Try it out and maybe you can take more. Do you want more one problem for one more problem which you want to try at home?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so I will share one more doc like this, which will be having test as well as a problem, and we can work on it. You can work on it, and we will discuss. We will discuss in next session. It's like I think it will be good that you can read it out before, and then we can work on it on the next session.
Okay.
Thank you everyone. Bye. Have a nice day. Bye. Take care.